In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly why you're struggling to fix your own credit or why that credit company is taking so long to get your deletions.
Be formless, shapeless, like water.
What's going on, fam? It's your boy Marks back with another credit video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly why you're struggling to fix your own credit or why that credit company is taking so long to get your deletions. Now, make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to be giving you a tip to help you out. Now, before I get too carried away, let's get right into the video. All right, guys, so let's jump right into it. This is a breakdown or a flow chart of exactly how the credit repair process works. At the very top of this page, it says Equifax, but we're just going to assume, follow along with me, guys. We're going to assume that this Equifax really says credit agencies, okay? Because there are 3 credit agencies we want to worry about, not just Equifax. We're worried about TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, okay? So that's what we're going to assume. So when I'm reading it, I'm going to switch out Equifax for credit agencies, all right? So let's start right here. At the very start, we have a blue icon. That's you and me. So step number 1, what we want to do is we want to go out and we want to get our consumer report, our credit report. Now, what we don't want to do is we don't want to use free places like Credit Karma because Credit Karma is only going to show us 2, and we have 3 credit agencies that we have to worry about. Again, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Now, the second step, according to this diagram, is we want to go ahead and dispute our information. The third step is the credit agencies will then investigate that information that we sent off. They will send that information to the creditor, and then the creditor will investigate, and then they'll send it back to the credit agencies, Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian, and then they will give us our results within 30 to 45 days. That's the typical flow that most credit agencies go through, and that's the way that most people teach, and this is the reason why we are losing out and we're having such a headache on getting some of these things removed. So let me go ahead and tell you guys where we're going wrong. So if we start from the beginning on step number 1, obviously we want to do that. We want to go ahead and get our consumer report or our credit report, go ahead and get it from Identity IQ. But the second step is not to go ahead and dispute the information that you found on your Identity IQ. The second step is now to freeze or opt out of the secondary bureaus. All right, because what happens is, and I'll break it down to you guys right here. What happens is when we're sending our letters out to Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, they reach out to the secondary agencies to verify your information. So for example, if you send a letter to Experian disputing some information, say, hey, by law, you have to remove this because of whatever reason, they're going to reach out to Innovis and they're going to say, is this person verified? Is John Doe at 123 Main Street? That's all they're doing. Innovis is going to have that information on there. They're going to say, this is John Doe from 123 Main Street. They're going to send it back to Experian, and then you're going to get a letter saying, no, you have been verified. So this is the reason why we've gotten so many headaches. This is the reason why you're not getting the results that you need. They're not supposed to do that, and I'll address that in another video. But as of right now, what I want to do is I want to fix this one problem right here because this will help a lot of people get better results with their credit repair. So with these secondary agencies, they don't have the right to talk to anybody about your information. So what you can do with these guys is you can freeze or opt out of their services. Now, when you do that, when Experian sends that information to Innovis saying, hey, is John Doe at 123 Main Street actually verified? They're not going to get an answer, forcing Experian to do a real investigation so you can get more deletions and you can get more results. Now, Innovis, LexisNexis, SageStream, these are secondary agencies that these 3 companies are going to reach out to. Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. They're going to reach out to these 3. This list updates every single year. In January of every single year, this list is going to update. And I'm going to show you guys here in a quick second where you find this information and how you can keep up to date to know who you need to freeze or opt out from. Now, Clarity Services, I know they're run by Experian and it wasn't on the list for 2025, but I know that they report or they house information for Experian, so I kept it on there. Now, Check Systems, this is the company that houses all your banking information. So if you ever had a bank account and you overdrafted it and that bank account was closed and you're trying to open up a new bank account and it's not working, this is the company you want to go to be able to dispute the exact same way you would dispute Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion to be able to get yourself out of Check Systems so you can go back and open up some bank accounts. All right. Now, let me go ahead and show you exactly where you find this information because every single year this changes. Now, in previous years, there were more than just these 3. Okay, it's really 4, but there were more than just these. There were ARS, there was Teletrack, there was a bunch of different companies included in previous year's list. 2025's list, there were only these 3 companies. I know about Clarity, so I added Clarity, and then Check Systems is for the banking information. I want to make sure I put that in there for you guys too. Now, Let me go ahead and show you guys exactly where you find this information. All right, go to Google and type in secondary. It pops up, the first thing that popped up, secondary reporting agencies. You want to click that and you want to go to the only credit bureau that exists, the only one, which is the CFPB. So we want to go right here to this list, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. We want to go to that website. We want to click right there and it's going to tell you where the list is. So this is a list from 2025. They haven't updated for 2026 yet, but you want to make sure, depending on when you're watching this video, you want to get an updated version. Don't just rely on this video. Go ahead and get an updated version. I'm showing you exactly how to get it. So when you go here, this is exactly what's going to pop up. It's going to say Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and it's going to have the year 2025. When 2026 comes out, it'll be a new version and so on and so forth. All right. So this says this is the list of consumer reporting companies. We're going to scroll down and I'm going to go really, really quick over this and we're going to get right into where you can find the secondary agencies. All right. So we have the nationwide consumer reporting companies. Those are the big three, the ones that we already know about, which is Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, as you see right here at the top. The very next section is employment screening. So if you're having trouble with backgrounds and stuff like that, you can see exactly what companies are reporting backgrounds and you can clear yourself out of there. Tenant screening. If you've had trouble getting a new apartment because you have evictions, you can go to tenant screening and you can get your report from them and you can clean it the same way you can clean TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. I'm giving you guys some game here. Now, let's go ahead and go to the secondaries. At the very close to the bottom, under supplementary reports, that's where you're going to find the secondary bureaus. We're going to click right there. It should take you right to it. So the first one we have is Innovis. Innovis, it tells you exactly what they do. They provide credit and identity verification data. So we want to make sure we request a freeze from this company. In order to do that, you just click on the website and you request a freeze. I'll go to that in a second. Now, the second company they have is LexisNexis Risk Solutions, okay? LexisNexis, and it tells you exactly what they do as well. So LexisNexis provides information to financial institutions, insurance carriers, healthcare providers, and government agencies from public records and multiple proprietary data sources. That's what they do. So we want to make sure we freeze and we opt out of this company as well. All right, we go to the website and we freeze and we opt out. Now, the next company is SageStream. All right, so SageStream is owned by LexisNexis. It says it right here. It's owned by LexisNexis. So when you opt out of LexisNexis, you're going to opt out of SageStream. So SageStream collects information. Let me go ahead and highlight it. It collects information from and provides supplementary consumer reports to auto lenders, credit card issuers, retailers, utilities, and mobile phone services. All right. So this is where they have their information. All right. So if you have that T-Mobile bill you never paid or whatever the case may be, it's here. So when you go ahead and you're disputing that T-Mobile bill and they reach out to SageStream and say, hey, is John Doe at 123 Main Street actually verified? They're not going to actually check the information you sent on the letter. They're going to see if you're in the system. When SageStream verifies you there, you're going to get a letter saying, hey, this was verified. And most people give up when they see that. So you want to make sure you check with the CFPB to see exactly what secondary bureaus you need to opt out of or you need to freeze in order to get the best results. I'm going to go to Innovis. Most of these websites work the exact same, but I'll go through Innovis real quick to show you how easy it is to opt out. So you're going to click on Innovis. All right, so we're going to come down here. We're going to go for the security freeze. Right here, so we see security freeze. That's what we're going to click on. We're going to click on security freeze. We're going to come down right here and it tells you all the ways. We can do it online by clicking here. You can call this phone number and do it, or you can send it by mail. Now, when you submit this form, they're going to mail you a document with a PIN number on it. Save that document because when we get finished repairing our credit, we want to come back to Innovis and unfreeze our information. Because when we go to the bank to go get a car, a house, or go get high limit, low interest credit cards, they're still going to need to verify who you are through Innovis. All right, so let's go to this page here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to request a security freeze. Date of birth. Are you a victim of identity theft? And then it's going to ask for your address. And then you're going to click submit request. It's that simple. That's it. It's going to give you a confirmation. And in a couple of days, you'll receive a piece of mail with the PIN number in there. Make sure you keep that PIN number because I promise you, once we're done repairing our credit, you're going to want to open up Innovis, and having that PIN number available to you is going to be much quicker than having to ask for a replacement, okay? Because then it's going to take 3-4 more business days. You might be already ready to go get that car, the house, whatever it is you're trying to go get, and you have to wait to get a new PIN number. So make sure when you get that letter with the PIN number, you keep track of it, all right? So it's going to be the exact same way for all the other ones. So whenever you're freezing LexisNexis and SageStream, is going to look the same. and it's going to be the exact same process. Now that you've done that, now that you've actually opted out and frozen your secondary agencies, now you want to move on to the second step, which is now dispute your information. So now you can dispute your personal information, whether it be wrong addresses, wrong names, employers, charge off collections, whatever's on your credit report. That's what you want to go ahead and dispute at that time. But you want to make sure in between step 1 and 2, you're freezing and opting out of the secondary agencies. And then you follow the flow right there. So that is the reason why you're not getting the results that you think you need or the results that you deserve, because we're forgetting one step that most people don't talk about. So family, if this was helpful to you, if you learned something, make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know that you learned something. If you have questions, ask it in the comments below too. Make sure you share this with somebody that don't have this information, like and subscribe to the channel. And if you need help with credit repair, if you don't want to do it on your own, obviously this channel is dedicated to teaching you guys how to go out and do this stuff on your own. But if you're having trouble and you need help, make sure you click the link in the description below where you can join my free Discord community, and you'll be provided with free letter templates, different guides, and different strategies to be able to get on the right page and get your credit to the next level. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what I helped you with. Let me know in future videos what you want me to help you with. Now, until next time, you guys, I'm out.
Why did it